Hi everyone, meteorologist Ed Valley here. Taking a look at the Northeast, we have an interesting forecast, mostly centered around Friday, Saturday, but we do have a little bit of light snow coming here tonight we have to discuss as well. So we're going to get right into it here. No BS today, as they say. We're getting right into it. There's snow this evening across central and northern PA, western New York. This is going to move into New England between we'll call it about 8 p.m. west and maybe midnight or 1 a.m. east. And it's not heavy snow. You see the precipitation per hour is only a couple hundredths. That's very light, fluffy snow. Temperatures during this time going to be cold. Teens and 20s for most of us. Now, one thing I find interesting here is the coast. Very close to freezing here, you see? That's associated with some southerly winds. If you look at the wind plots here, if I can pull them up, there they go. They're coming out of the south, so you're getting that ocean air coming in. So along the coast, even if it snows, it might not accumulate because it's just a little bit too warm. And you'll see that even as we get later at night, there's even a little bit of rain coming in along the coast. But anywhere else, it's just a little bit of light snow. And this will wind down rather quickly early Tuesday morning. A couple lingering snow showers possible in the mountains, but for the most part, this is a very quick hitter. And the total precip with it is not impressive. It's, we'll call it a couple hundredths to about 2/10. So looking at that from a snow perspective, it's a coating to an inch in southern New England. It's 1 to 3 inches in some of the higher elevations. Not a huge storm, maybe 4 or 5 inches in some of the highest peaks, but for the most part, it's a quick hitter. It's just what we call mood snow. It's light, fluffy, not a big deal. And I tell you what, Tuesday for most end up fine. Wednesday looks great. No issues. It's a cold day Wednesday, though, so keep that in mind. And why is it cold? Well, we're seeing this big trough of low pressure move into the New England area, and that's going to bring us some colder conditions. But the bigger story here comes Friday, Saturday, and I wanted to start here. There's going to be two pieces of energy. There's one that's kind of coming up from the Canadian prairies, and then another down in parts of Washington. And what's going to happen here is those are going to kind of come together. And how quickly they do so is really going to be important here, because the quicker it happens, the more amplified this pattern is going to be. So I want to stop here Friday about noon or so. And what happens is you got a big ridge poking up here in the west. You got a trough developing rather quickly. It's still positively tilted. That's basically meaning that it's kind of leaning forward to the east. When this starts going more like this, negatively tilted, that's when it becomes a problem. And as this piece of energy that came from Washington kind of sneaks in here, watch what it does to the trough. Boom. All of a sudden, you go from this looking kind of, I'm not an artist, I'm a meteorologist. But basically, this is turning into a more negatively tilted trough, which will lead to what we call cyclogenesis in the development of a low pressure, and that's our issue for the weekend. So you see here on the GFS a similar evolution. This thing comes together here Saturday morning and becomes negatively tilted, moves through, and is out of here by Sunday. So what are we looking at with this system? Well, it's a good question because there's still a lot to sort out. But for now, it appears that Wednesday, Thursday is dry, high pressure's in control. And as a front starts to approach, that trough is going to approach. And what it will do is put a coastal low somewhere near Hatteras Friday evening. Fine, that's all well and good. The problem here is with that high pressure to the north, there's a lot of cold air. And what's going to happen along this front is there's going to be what we call a baroclinic zone setting up, which means a temperature gradient, increasingly tight temperature gradient. And the results here, this is just one solution, but it would be snow showers Friday, morphing into snow for most here Friday night and Saturday. Maybe a change to rain in southeastern areas Saturday, and then this moves out Saturday night. Again, that's just one model. Let me pull up the European to give you another idea here, because there are some differences. The GFS is a major hit for everybody, whereas the European's a little bit further southeast. Still a hit, but it's further displaced to the east. So instead of those heaviest amounts being western Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, the Poconos, eastern portions of PA, Jersey, and western New England, it turns out to be further east because it's further east. So we'll watch it, but I wanted to keep you updated. Friday, Saturday is going to be a very, very important, impactful situation potentially. And it's still a ways out, but what we're seeing here on our models, our ensembles are also keying in on this idea with a lot of our members showing a big hit. And you can see that on our European model as well. Same idea. So it's a big hitter Friday, Saturday. That's going to be the talk of our reports here moving forward. But do not get caught off guard with this light snow coating to, we'll call it 4 inches from south to north here tonight into early Tuesday. So plenty more coming your way this week. If you have questions, let us know, and we'll talk to you then.